What if your dream of studying, working, or reuniting with family in the United States suddenly became far more difficult? In 2026, President Donald Trump's immigration agenda has introduced some of the toughest visa and entry restrictions in years. While these policies don't apply equally to every country, several Asian nations are now facing stricter screening, visa suspensions, or additional immigration barriers that could affect thousands of applicants. Today, we're counting down the 7 Asian countries most affected by Trump's 2026 immigration policies, explaining what's changed, why these countries were impacted, and what the new rules could mean for students, workers, tourists, and families. Make sure you stay until the end, because the #1 country has experienced some of the most significant restrictions under the latest US policy. Let's begin. Number 7, Bangladesh. Bangladesh remains an important source of international students, skilled professionals, and family-based immigrants to the United States. However, under the 2026 immigration review, Bangladeshi immigrant visa applicants became part of a broader State Department review involving countries considered at higher risk for public benefit concerns. While this was not a blanket travel ban, it resulted in increased scrutiny and processing delays for many immigrant visa cases. Applicants may now encounter more detailed financial documentation, additional background verification, longer administrative processing, and extended interview reviews. For many Bangladeshi families, these extra procedures have translated into longer waiting periods before receiving immigration decisions. It's important to note that tourist and student visas were not universally suspended, but applicants should expect stricter documentation requirements and more intensive screening than in previous years. Number 6, Pakistan. Pakistan has long maintained strong educational, business, and family connections with the United States. In 2026, Pakistani nationals were included in a State Department review that temporarily paused many immigrant visa issuances while screening procedures were reassessed. The administration said the goal was to ensure immigrants would meet updated vetting and financial self-sufficiency standards. For applicants, this has meant slower immigrant visa processing, more extensive security checks, additional requests for supporting documents, greater uncertainty about interview timelines. Students, skilled workers, and business travelers may still qualify for visas, but immigration attorneys have advised applicants to prepare more comprehensive documentation and expect longer processing times than before. Number 5, Laos. Coming in at number 5 is Laos, a country that has seen one of the most significant changes under the Trump administration's immigration policies. Unlike countries that simply face additional screening, Laos has been included in expanded U.S. entry restrictions that affect many visa categories. U.S. officials have cited concerns over identity verification, information sharing, and immigration enforcement cooperation as reasons for the tougher measures. For many Laotian citizens, this means obtaining a U.S. visa has become considerably more difficult. Depending on the visa category, applicants may encounter longer security reviews, stricter documentation requirements, reduced eligibility for certain visa types, increased chances of administrative processing. Families hoping to reunite in the United States, students pursuing American universities, and business travelers may all experience delays compared with previous years. Supporters of the policy argue that every country must meet U.S. security standards and cooperate on identity verification and repatriation procedures. Critics, however, say the restrictions create barriers for legitimate travelers who have no connection to security concerns. Whatever one's opinion, Laos has clearly become one of the Asian countries most affected by the administration's revised immigration framework. Number 4. Syria. At number 4 is Syria, where the impact extends far beyond ordinary visa processing. For years, Syrian nationals have faced major immigration challenges because of ongoing conflict and previous U.S. security restrictions. Under the 2026 Trump administration, these limitations remain among the toughest in the American immigration system. Many Syrian applicants continue to face severe restrictions on obtaining immigrant and non-immigrant visas, while individuals already living in the United States under humanitarian protections have faced growing uncertainty as legal protections have been reviewed and challenged. The practical consequences include limited access to new visas, extensive background investigations, lengthy administrative reviews, uncertainty surrounding humanitarian protections such as temporary protected status, TPS. For Syrian families separated by war, every new immigration policy can have life-changing consequences. The administration says these measures are designed to strengthen national security and ensure rigorous vetting. Human rights organizations argue that they make it harder for people fleeing conflict or seeking family reunification to access legal immigration pathways. Number 3. Yemen. Taking the number 3 spot is Yemen. Years of conflict and humanitarian crisis have already made international travel extremely difficult for Yemeni citizens. The 2026 immigration policies have added another layer of complexity. Yemen remains among the countries facing some of the strictest U.S. entry restrictions. Many visa applicants encounter enhanced security screening, and some visa categories remain heavily restricted under presidential proclamations related to national security. Extended visa processing times, additional security interviews, requests for extensive supporting documents, greater uncertainty about approval timelines. Meanwhile, Yemeni nationals already living in the United States under temporary protected status have also faced uncertainty following legal and administrative actions. Number 2, Afghanistan. Taking the number 2 position is Afghanistan, a country that continues to face some of the most significant immigration challenges under the Trump administration's 2026 policies. Since the return of Taliban rule in 2021, thousands of Afghans have sought opportunities to enter the United States through family reunification, refugee programs, employment-based visas, and the Special Immigrant Visa (SIV) program. However, the administration's expanded security vetting and immigration restrictions have made many of these pathways more difficult and, in some cases, considerably slower. Applicants now frequently experience extensive background investigations, additional security clearances, longer visa processing times, increased requests for supporting documentation, delays in family reunification cases. For many Afghan families, these delays are more than just administrative. They represent months or even years of uncertainty. Supporters of the policy argue that every applicant must undergo the highest level of security screening to protect U.S. national security. Critics counter that many Afghans previously worked alongside U.S. forces or qualified under humanitarian programs and should receive faster processing. Regardless of political opinion, Afghanistan remains one of the countries most affected by America's evolving immigration system in 2026. Number 1. Iran. At number 1 is Iran. Among all the Asian countries discussed today, Iran has faced some of the most comprehensive U.S. immigration restrictions. For years, tensions between Washington and Tehran have shaped immigration policy. Under President Trump's 2026 agenda, Iranian nationals continue to face some of the strictest visa and entry procedures. Depending on the visa category, applicants may encounter extremely rigorous security screening, lengthy administrative processing, limited eligibility in certain visa classifications, extensive background and identity verification. Students accepted by prestigious American universities, business professionals attending international conferences, and families hoping to reunite in the United States may all experience additional scrutiny before a final decision is made. The administration maintains that these policies are necessary to strengthen border security, improve vetting standards, and reduce national security risks. Meanwhile, immigration advocates argue that the restrictions can also affect ordinary citizens whose only goal is to study, work, conduct business, or reunite with loved ones. Iran's position at the top of this list reflects the scope and duration of the immigration restrictions that have affected its citizens more than those of most other Asian countries. Final thoughts. As we've seen today, Trump's 2026 immigration policies do not affect every country equally. Some nations are dealing with enhanced visa screening and longer processing times, while others face broader restrictions that significantly limit immigration opportunities. It's also important to remember that U.S. immigration policy continues to evolve through executive actions, court decisions, and changes in government regulations. Applicants should always rely on official U.S. government sources or qualified immigration professionals for the most up-to-date guidance before making travel or immigration plans. No matter where someone is applying from, preparation has become more important than ever. Complete documentation, accurate information, and patience throughout the application process can make a significant difference. Outro: what do you think about these immigration policies? Do you believe they improve national security, or do they create unnecessary challenges for genuine travelers, students, workers, and families? Share your opinion in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest updates on U.S. immigration, visas, global travel, and international news. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.